Hello everyone and welcome to the next episode of Spill the Tea, this time with Lucy Moon. Lucy,
Hello.
tell us about yourself. What do you do?
I'm a YouTuber, make vids lol. Go and check my channel out.
Very relatable to the teens. Do you live in London? Because today's video is about living in London.
It is about living in London. Yes, I do. I've lived here for 4 years, probably about as long as you have, actually.
I've lived here for 4 years.
Yeah, we met in 2013
Yep, that's true.
at a gathering.
Oh my god, it was in January
And we were
roughly.
both at uni.
Yeah? Oh wow. Okay, so we both came to London to do university. A lot of people come to London to university.
Yeah.
Obviously I came from America, different experience, but let's just talk about London in general. If you live in London or if you're thinking about it, there's a lot of fun facts we can hopefully teach you, such as, first of all, what area do you want to live in? What's a nice area of London?
That's a very interesting question depending on what you're looking for. So even within those areas which someone might say is good or bad, you'll have an estate or like a council estate right next to some rich mansions. Like everything is so together that you could live somewhere.
Do you remember when I lived in Canterbury?
Oh yeah.
Highbury, Islington. We lived right across the street from a big, like, 8-story council estate. And it was weird because the place I was living in was like some fancy,
Gorgeous,
posh little place in a really posh area. But it's just, London is so diverse. I don't know. It's,
Yeah, exactly.
It's nice.
And like you'll have lovely houses now in ex-council estates.
Yeah, that's true. I've heard about those. What is one area you'll never live in, though?
An area I'll never live in, Tower Hamlets.
I don't even know where that is.
it's
Is that in
very
DLR area?
East, like very east.
Very east. I mean, I know a lot of people love the East. There's like,
Yeah,
East
loads
has
of
like,
people do.
is like 21 Pilots fans. They're very, very vocal about it. But everyone
So
else
true.
is kind of like, they're good. I like them. Yeah, the East is nice, but I'm not just going to go out there all the time because it's like, what, to get some Jewish bagels? Like, come on.
Oh, great bagels.
They are good bagels. They got all the
such
cool
good
stuff in the
bagels.
East, to be honest.
Yeah, so East is cool and South is really cool as well.
Oh, God, no.
Oh yeah, oh my god.
I've lived in Peckham.
Oh yeah.
No
but,
trains.
You know, like the cool Peckham, like there's like Peckham and Clapham and Balham and they're all kind of cool.
I just think if you live below the river, you can't get anywhere.
Yeah, I
Dodie and I had to
agree.
get Ubers everywhere or buses. There was no train within a mile of our house.
Yeah. I remember
I'm
that.
just so blessed to have lived, like, now I've lived in Vauxhall next to a station. I've lived in, like, Tottenham next to a station. I live here, which is like 5-minute walk from a station. I need an underground station for me. London
I'm
is
the
so
same.
connected. I think our public transport's insanely good
Yeah.
compared to, like, every other city I've ever been to. Have you ever been to a city that has a better public transport?
No, never.
No. New York is nice. It's just dirty.
Is it? See, I thought
The-
New York's like good for
trains.
getting the big distances, but for short distances, like 3 blocks is like a 15-minute walk or something.
Yeah.
Like,
Big blocks.
Big blocks.
Big blocks.
I don't know anything about North. I used to live in North London. Love North London.
I love North London. I started in London in the north. I just felt like I said, transport links are much better.
Yes,
I could get everywhere
much better.
faster. Night buses were easier for me.
Night buses are so good there.
Yeah, it works. And I could just hop on one and I know it would go the right direction, kind of.
Yeah. it's
Buses
true.
are really difficult at first because it's just numbers, and I'm like, I don't know where this goes. There's like all these crazy spaghetti maps, like when you're a kid, you have to match the trail of the spaghetti to the meatball. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Where it's
yeah.
like A, B, C,
Oh,
D.
yeah,
and
yeah,
draw
yeah,
the-
yeah,
That
you
was
wanna
how
trace
it feels
it,
like
yeah,
going
yeah.
on buses when I, as an American. I don't know. It's
Yeah,
confusing
no,
me.
I totally agree. I couldn't do buses for a long time.
I mean, I like people say West is best, but I personally just think it's all right.
Yeah,
There's a
exactly the
Westfield.
same.
It's nice. I mean, it's near Hyde Park.
I feel a lot safer living west than I did when I lived north, but
Yeah,
that's
really?
due to the literal. That's due to the area. Whereas I feel like you live in a different area to me.
Yeah.
And you might disagree.
I think my area is pretty darn safe. I've never felt concerned anywhere I lived except Peckham.
Yeah.
And there was only once when I was walking through like Burgess Park at night alone on my phone,
I
and
think
this
you
woman
just
walked by me
self-explained.
and said, "Are you crazy? What are you doing walking through Burgess Park at night?" I went, "You're doing the same thing." She went, "This place is dangerous." I went, "All right." Like, way to scare me. I was having this innocent life thinking that parks were lovely, safe places, and then nope.
No, not safe places. At
Have
night.
you ever taken the train at peak time with luggage?
I have.
I always have to
I've
get
taken
like
the
flights.
bus at peak time with luggage.
Oh no, I've never. I just
Oh,
can't take a bus with
don't.
luggage. It's just
Oh, it's awful.
you make enemies.
Yeah, I hate.
You know everyone hates you. You just have to
Yeah.
accept it. You know what really annoys me
What?
about Heathrow more than anything else? I go to Heathrow so much from all the flights. Wah. There's
Like a
signs
YouTuber.
over every wall, at every single part of the airport saying, "Heathrow Express, the fastest way to London." It's false advertising. I genuinely hate it. I hate the Heathrow Express. One, it's like 8 times more expensive than the Underground. Two, the London they're saying is the fastest way to get to is the station it goes to.
Yeah.
What is it, Paddington?
Yeah. Oh, and then you have to get on the tube and get.
Yeah,
out
so
there.
like for me, unless you live in Paddington, then it's not the best place at all. It's the fastest way to get to Paddington. Congratulations. But if you're anywhere else but Paddington, It's just, it's a tourist trap for me. And I just get annoyed when I see tourists queuing up for the thousands of signs and people going, oh, you want to get to London? We have the only way to do it. I'm like, the tube is right there.
Yeah.
I'm very vocal about I don't
That's
know.
fair enough.
I feel bad for
on the
tourists.
Gatwick Express, though.
Yeah, Gatwick Express, great.
Good.
Can you get Amazon now where you are?
I've never used it.
You haven't
I
lived.
think I can.
Yeah, pretty sure you can because I know where you live.
Yes.
Because I get it here. Amazon now, if you're in like zones 1 to 2 roughly, oh my god, you can get anything you want on Amazon within 2 hours.
Oh, anything.
And it's mostly anything. I found lots of stuff. Like if we're like, oh, we want to buy groceries or oh, we're having a party, like Lucy's coming over in 2 hours, I don't have any biscuits. Boom. As long as you spend like £20, so like just
Get
throw
me that
extra
2
things you
litre
need.
Diet Coke.
Yeah, like done. It's
Sweet.
so convenient and it makes me really thankful I live in like a city like London that has that. I know they have it in a lot of other cities, but
Not in the UK, they wouldn't. Like,
no, I've
in
heard they have it
America,
in like
imagine.
Sheffield.
Oh, really?
I think.
Get my
Correct me if I'm wrong, Sheffielders. Do they call themselves that? Sheffielders. I've heard people call Shepherd's Bush Shabu. A lot of people call it Shabu.
Wow, that
Yeah.
sounds like a
You know,
bad
manager
dog
Josh,
breed.
he was like, Shabu, because I'm going to a concert out there next week. And I was like,
God.
Shabu? It's not French. I've started calling it Shabu. I feel terrible. Have you ever had any run-ins with any, like, nefarious folk?
I was getting nefarious, beautiful word. So I think now is a great time to establish London is one of the safest cities you can live in.
I believe that.
I say like gang territory.
First of all, no guns. I'm just going to say that. Americans.
Yeah. There are some people do have guns, but it's rare.
Just
and with like gang stuff, all the work I did a bit of work with like youth stuff, and it's very in North London, and it's like gang against gang. There's nothing that goes outside of that, and all the crime that I've experienced in London has been opportunistic. It's been like teenagers on bikes stealing phones.
That happens all the time. I've seen like people. You're just walking on your phone, and if you don't have that like vice grip on that thing, someone will bike by you and just snatch it out of your hands. Just you can't unless you can outrun a bike like you and Usain Bolt hanging out all the time. I don't get it.
And it's always like 15-year-olds who like I get it. Like I get it. You want the money. Totally makes sense to me that you don't want to hurt me.
Just want
like,
you, yeah.
They just want my phone. And
I
like,
heard this is a thing. If it's not an iPhone, they'll just chuck it.
No.
It's just like it's got to be an iPhone, or they can't sell it for enough money. No one really wants to buy any Android phones. Not even thieves. They're just like, what is this? What is this Samsung Galaxy? I can't get anything with this. Just throws it back at you and breaks it. You're like, what do you? That must make you feel so shit. Not even a thief wanted my phone. Don't you just hate it when you got friends that don't live in zones 1 to 2?
Oh, yeah.
Like Stephen freaking Bridges. I'm going to a party at Stephen Bridges' tonight. And he invites me all the time. He's a great guy. And it's just, if I want to go there, I've got to get my passport out, cross border control, go to zone 3 and be like, hold on, where is it? And then walk 8 miles. And then I get there. And by the time I'm there, I got to go back. It's just like going to Mordor.
I spent a lot of time in Stratford recently.
Oh, man. For us, that's the other side of the world.
Yeah. Well, you're, where you are is easy enough to get to Stratford. No.
I'm on the Central Line, kind of.
Yeah, you're kind of on the Central Line. So you can do that. But I'm not on the Central Line. And oh my God, getting to Stratford is like, expedition. I have to reserve over an hour. Yeah,
and it's just like, it's not that far. Imagine like if I have a friend that lives in Greenwich, it's like,
best connections in London to get anywhere pretty much other than King's Cross. And like, I'm also going to Canary Wharf quite a bit recently as well. And I'm
Canary Wharf takes ages to get to.
Yeah, why does it take so long?
So if a friend's having a party there, it's like, I'm really sorry, I'm feeling sick. Just
really, I
just can't do it.
But all the flats are so nice. I really want to live in a new build.
I think I've lived in
quaint.
Brand new, brand new. This one's the first time I've ever lived in an old one.
But this has been renovated.
Old. But yeah, it's renovated, yeah.
Wait, is this very old?
Yes, 1920s.
That's not very old for all the ones I'm living in are 1800s.
All right, as an American, I was like 1920. Woo! Send me in the World Wars, like that's old as hell. And you're like, I'm sorry, I live in a 1600 flat, lived by Queen Victoria's Prince Albert.
The pubs you probably go to in London are older 1600s.
I just realized that. Yeah, this is a very old place. Do you prefer living in London compared to like Kent?
Oh, so much so. Like
just
because that was so posh. I don't think
so much so.
So much Lord. So. I really love living in London because
there's so many people.
Yeah,
I like people.
Being so close to my friends and having so much accessible to me really easily.
You can do anything you want anytime. You want to go out, you can go out.
Yeah, and I love
London's such a big city.
I really secretly love traveling at night. And
I love traveling at night. There's so much fun stuff to do.
Getting on the bus, like walking, like getting tube. Love it. It's so nice. You can just be in your feelings and your thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, because I was in Brighton for like 2 weeks and I really loved it. It was pretty. But as soon as it became 5 p.m., That's it. Go home, do nothing. That's it.
Really?
Personally.
Yeah, well, no, that
Just
does
felt
make
dark,
sense.
and then again, I was living alone for a bit, so.
Yeah. Whereas the thing I do miss is
Mm-hmm.
having like your locals. So like when you want to meet up with your friends, there are like 3 pubs you always go to, and you know, and you kind of alternate between those, and you feel an affection towards a place. Whereas you do get that in London, but not so much unless all of your friends live in the same area.
Yeah.
Or you and your housemates frequent a place. But even then, it's not quite the same.
Me and my housemates have a pretty strong affection to our chicken shop. Just really good chicken and chips. Like, chips better than McDonald's, so you'll have to try out the chips. They're very good. They're vegan. So.
Oh, even better.
Yeah. Speaking of food, though, London has every food you could ever imagine. Takeaway.
Every food. Oh my god.
The takeaway here is so good. You can just get the best Chinese, the best curry, the best pizza, just
How have you found discovering curry? Because as far as I'm aware, in America, curry is not a thing.
Nah, curry's delicious, though. Chicken tikka masala. I also love chicken korma. It's
korma is so good.
It's not an acquired taste either. It's just a new taste for me. And so it's just so good and just warm. And if I'm having a bad day, I want to be good, hit me up with the korma, some naan.
Yeah. Do you get peshwari?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Get the sugary one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm American. Yeah. All our bread's sugary anyway. Just give me a slice of bread.
Yeah. Have you been to Bone Daddy's?
I'm not into that.
It's ramen.
Okay.
But my favourite restaurant in London.
Okay.
But even then, like...
I'm more about home. I like Home Slice.
Home Slice.
That's my pizza place.
We've been to Home Slice before.
We have. Museums, all free. Very good. I've been to a couple of them now. I've been to almost every one, I think, in London.
Which one's the one that sticks in your mind?
I just like the Science Museum because I'm a child.
We went to the Science Museum on the day I got my A-level results.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember that, but
Yeah.
I remember me and Dodie got our A-level results and we went to the Science Museum. And none of us knew each other that well.
No, just went to the Science Museum because it's a fun place.
But it was exactly what I needed. Just get out. Science Museum. Free museum. Great.
Do you ever feel like you'll ever live in Chelsea?
No. No. I don't think I'd want to, / I can't afford it.
Yeah, so.
That's the one area of London where you...
Oh, we didn't even talk about the rent. How do we avoid talking about how goddamn expensive it is to live here?
My God. I hear about my friends who live in Manchester, who live in these brand new apartments in these gorgeous areas in the centre of Manchester. They're like, yeah, it's $450. Like, how is it $450?
Yeah, Luke found a 4-bedroom, like, huge house on the sea in Cornwall with, like, a giant garden, and it was under £1,000 for the whole thing. And I was like, oh, you mean, like, the standard rent per person for 1 bedroom in it?
Oh,
like, when I lived in Vauxhall,
God.
I paid £1,000 a month for 1 bedroom in my 2-bedroom flat, which was not that large. It was on the river, which was nice in Zone 1, hooray, but £1,000 a month? Oh my God.
That's unreal. And I'm like, now, I was having a big thing last week where I might have to move.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, to be honest, I want to stay another 6 months and get to a point where I'm so financially stable that I can afford to, like, upgrade a little bit. Which is ridiculous, because I shouldn't even be thinking that. Like, my budget's kind of fine. And people will pay, on a very basic salary, will pay 1,000 of that to go live in the East Village or go live in like a brand new building. It's like, how? How do you do that?
They say London is so expensive because you make a lot more money. So
you don't.
Well, I mean, job-wise, hypothetically, in terms of there's a lot of professional jobs, so there's more of an opportunity to make more money.
But like if you're working in retail, for the example of
then
that,
no,
you won't
absolutely
even get
not.
a living wage living in London.
No.
You'll get it will be £6 an hour in a town and $7.50 an hour in London. That £1.50 extra an hour does not stretch as far.
No, it's not really fair, is it?
No.
Food is a lot cheaper, I think, in terms of going to the grocery store here.
Oh yeah, food. Yeah, it depends where. So if you go to a big grocery store, good. But like local small Tesco's. Nah.
I hate my local Tesco's. They actually overcharge for everything, and their meal deal sandwiches. I only have 3 options, okay?
Oh, yeah?
I get tuna, I get egg and cress. What's cress?
Oh, I quite like
horrible. What? I'm used to like, I'll have a triple decker with some like gourmet crisps and an innocent giant smoothie, and this one's just like, nah.
Yeah, fair.
I don't know. It's just, I gotta go to a bigger
I think
Tesco.
the thing as well that's cost so much in London is Oyster cards, and
I use contactless payments.
Yeah, but even then you will be spending around £20 a week.
Yeah.
On travel.
It is expensive.
Crazy.
What do? You just don't leave the house?
Yeah.
Or just walk?
Mm-hmm.
Take a Boris bike?
Yeah, organise all meetings to be at your place.
Yes.
Everyone else has to pay to get to yours.
I mean, who just came to my flat to do a collab?
Got the bus.
There we go. Yeah, I wish I was not over 25 because that beautiful rail card, you can save 33%, and I used to, and it'd be like £6 return to Brighton.
Yeah.
It'd be so...
Really? £6 return to Brighton?
If you do a Saturday, Sunday, you can go to Brighton for £6.
What? Okay.
For me, it's now 10, which, but still.
Oh, that's good. Pretty good.
I'm going to Brighton on Wednesday.
So. To get me, the NHS is much better here.
Okay.
In London, and probably is in most cities in the UK.
When a man is tired of London, he is tired of life. So I feel like people that are like, oh, I'm done with London. You're done with your life. There's so much here. I mean, I would consider moving somewhere else necessarily, as long as I can come back to London often. It's just so big and there's so much to do, and all my friends live here now.
Yeah, I'm exactly the same.
Then
when
again,
I'm older.
I moved to here from America. I left all my friends. I'm just scared to do it again if I ever have
Yeah,
to.
I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot to do.
Yeah, London's just too good. Get you here and then you're stuck.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for coming on the video. Ew. Thanks for joining me on Spill the Tea. Anyway, thanks for coming on today's episode of Spill the Tea. Hope you had a nice time and didn't actually spill any tea on my floor.
I don't think. Or on me.
Good. Please tell me your thoughts on living in London if you're considering it or if you love it as much as we do. And also, Lucy, what do we do on your channel?
We are talking about YouTube.
What is that?
The phenomenon that is YouTube friendships and relationships online and broadcasting.
Are they real? Do we even like each other?
No.
No. Find out more by clicking on this link over here. Watch Lucy's video and also subscribe while you're there.
Yes.
Thank you very much for watching. See you guys next week. Goodbye.
Oh, this is what we did
My
last
butt,
time.
Lucy.
I'm going to cradle mine like a
Why?
hot water bottle. Ooh.
Triggering.